Hello, guys. Hello to anybody watching this. This is Demoro Siavi, aka President West, speaking. Here to do a young VIX 75 journal analysis. You know what it is, you know the vibes. So let's get to it. So, when we take a look at VIX 75, we notice that this is the daily time frame, right? And for the longest time, this pair has been somewhat bullish, as it has been going up for the longest time, with some retraces in between. So if I'm to catch it from this swing low, I can say it created a higher high there, a higher low, and a higher high there, right? And this was like in May, right? So when we see that the last higher high was actually created in May, and price has not gone past that point since. So when we see that higher high in May, this low was then created just before mid-year 2021 June. So this low is the low to keep an eye out, because now this low, if broken to the bottom, as it was actually, as that happened during June, this right there changed the whole trend of the changed the whole direction of the trend. So as it was in an uptrend for the longest time, we can now classify this as a valid double top situation. And this being an institutional candle, and we sometimes is defined as what's this, manipulation. Some people just define all of this there as manipulation. So actually the level, this was the actual level, and this will be considered as a valid double top. Now, a double top, as we all know, is a reversal or a continuation pattern, depending on where it appears, which time frame it appears, and in what concept. So when we look at this is a double top that happened from the high, which definitely means that this is a reversal that's probably in the making, right? And let's keep in mind that this is mid-year, okay? This is June, right? This is all happening in June. So as soon as price passed here, this was when we were sure that uh, we are practically looking for sells here forth. You know, we are in a selling market now. So cool. Market, as you can see, did push down for quite some time, June, July, August, until mid-August, right? And it created what we will define as a lower low, because now this was a higher high, this became our higher low, this became just a high, because now this was the higher high, this was just a high, and that created a what? A lower low down there. So this created a lower high, making this a what? A bearish trend now, which is also another term for a selling trend. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So from this lower low, like again, same concept. We always look at the previous lower high or higher low. So this right there was the previous lower high before the lower low. So as soon as that got violated somewhere here, we know that on a broader term, you know, when we zoom out, our actual point of reference, point of retest, and actually our ultimate structural lower high, our first lower high is this one. So if it's this one, even though it breaks these levels, this is not something you should be concerned about and now anticipating that, okay, price is now changing and going back. Let's keep in mind that this was a double top formation. And yes, this was a tiny retest to finance this whole push downwards to create that lower low and confirm the trend. But there was not really a full-on retest, meaning, when there's a double top or double bottom pattern, we are always expecting a retest before the impulse and before the whole move is actually made. So price coming back here is price coming to a sensitive level which was respected multiple times in the past before. This is a place where it was respected before. That's also a place that was also respected. So this goes to show that whenever price comes to this price here, which is the 923 level, it's decision time. It's either turning or it's gonna cross retest and continue. So it's a pit stop. So as soon as price arrived at that price, as soon as price arrived at that level, we knew that we're expecting some type of reaction. That's a reaction level, actually. So at the same time, we know that this is a double top scenario altogether. So we're waiting for a retest. As soon as we had confirmation of this this tweezer top, which happened here and the spikes on top, then we knew definitely that, okay, this is our rejection and we're probably going to start falling again, which is exactly what happened. So as that happened, like I said, this now becomes the ultimate lower high. So that there would be the high. Like I said, this would be the high, higher low, high, low, lower high, lower low. So to simplify this, instead of me looking at every turn and classifying it as a lower high, as this trend, because what I'm saying is that even though this impulse happened to the upside, this impulse was just a retest up there. So these will not be classified as, these are minor levels of structure. This will be classified as minor levels, and this is a major level of structure. Now we'll always choose major levels of structure over minor level of structure. When we see breaks like this happen on any time frame, you must know that when you go up a time frame, it's probably just a straight line. This all on its own on the weekly is probably just one big impulse, and the pullback is just this one big impulse too. I don't know if I'm making sense. So in that case, we can expect price to perhaps come back down to these lows, which were created earlier on by the M formation. Okay, and that would be a valid retest, and we still have all of this space down here, this room, which needs to be filled. So this is our playground right now. So price has been stuck within this consolidation for a long time. So after that happened, price then broke out of those levels. I also marked down this level because I noticed that this is a level where price tends to react a lot and make decisions on whether it's going to continue or it's going to reject and it's going to go the other way. So as soon as price broke below that level and came back and gave us these spikes, that's confirmation that we are still going down. It came back to that level, failed to pass it again, making it a strong resistant area. It bounced, it took a dive down. And then price has been consolidating within this range from mid-September just towards the end of September. October came out with this break to come test this resistance and broke back in just before November. November has been also respecting this consolidation phase. So now it has finally broken out, and on the 20th of November, which I'm taking this video on the 21st. So we're expecting that now, at least because there's a break, we can expect price to continue taking a dip and actually trying to at least now form a trend for the rest of this year, being November, December. We can then now anticipate that price will continue to go down to these lower lows that were created, which is now our actual support level. This green area now is reacting as my resistant area. So this will be the area where, if this break holds, right? Today is Sunday. So during the week, if we are still playing under this area and we find we're expecting a retest. So if it happens to break around this area and price happens to come back here, give us some spikes, give us an entry reason, an inside bar, an engulfing, a hammer, you know the vibes. That's when we're gonna look for continuation sells all the way down to the 52, the 530 level. Okay. Once we get to the 530 level, that's not it. That will probably be the setup for November, December. But leading into January, I'm thinking price has to come from a lower low, because this is an impulse. This is a correction overall, which is also creating a descending type structure, triangle type pattern, or whatever you retail traders would define it as. So once we reached our 530 level, my next profit targets would be my 400,000 level. You understand? So that would be a valid lower low for me, because if I'm to take this and duplicate it from that swing high, actually our retest point, which is now the same distance as that impulse, it actually leads straight down to the 400 level, which is confluence for me. That's just something that's adding on to the analysis and my perspective of how I'm viewing the markets right now, specifically VIX 75. This is all done on the 24-hour, daily time frame. And what the hell? And yeah, those are my views on the daily time frame. That's the market structure, and that's my forecast going into the next coming weeks, going into the next coming days for the rest of the year. And yeah, man, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's watching this. You know, trading is not that difficult, It just takes a level of understanding of market structure and market behavior, looking into detail, turning points. Turning points are everything. Support and resistance, reaction areas. It's just basics, timing. So all of this is not financial advice. I'm not certified or regulated to give out advice like that. But let's see how this plays out. That's just my analysis for now. But what can happen too is that this can also be a false break, and it can create a tweezer bottom down there, which would be manipulation. So if it does that, the only thing I would be expecting for is that, okay, once I see manipulation, automatically I know that the price is going to reverse back in the opposite direction. So my targets would be up there. And once we get up there, I would see how price reacts to this level, and I'll take it from there, make a decision on whether we're going to continue up or we're going to come drop and continue consolidating in there. So yeah, cheers. Shout out to everybody watching this. Keep watching. Let's go.